there have indeed been quite a lot of similar incidents over the years. The last major incident was back in 1997, but let me just show you the very latest tonight. This is a property that's affected. You can see, well, I don't know if you can see it very clearly, but part of the end of it is hanging off the rest of the house. It's feared that it may be swallowed up by a sinkhole underneath there. And of course, people who live here are very worried. Imagine if this was your home. This house has stood in Ripon for 100 years. Today, structural engineers were on Magdalen Close assessing if it should be pulled down. A massive sinkhole underneath it causing one end of it to fall away. For the woman living next door, it's a worrying time as she waited to hear what was happening.
They've obviously advised me to stay out of the property as a precaution while they assess what's actually happening with the land and the surrounding properties.
But you've just moved in, haven't you?
I have. I moved in a week ago on Saturday, yeah, so quite a shock.
Around the corner, these youngsters could see the drama unfolding from their driveway.
I feel so sorry for the people because, I mean, it must be awful to have part of your house just, like, disappearing, and it's so close to us, and I've never had anything like this close. You've heard of it on the news before, but this is so close to where we live, it could so easily be one of our houses, not theirs.
Ripon is no stranger to sinkhole problems. This was the spectacular scene back in 1997 when a garden was swallowed up as children played nearby.
Well, there's about 30 to 40 metres thickness of gypsum under the area and a lot of water flowing through it, and there's a cave system in that rock, and gypsum dissolves very quickly. A block about the size of a large van dropped in the river will dissolve in just 18 months. So although it's a good heavy solid rock, it will dissolve, and the amount of groundwater going through and coming up as springs in the river is dissolving it and causing the caves to get bigger and the sinkholes to develop.
Just last week, plans for 75 new homes on land next to the affected property were thrown out by councillors, but extensive testing of the ground has been going on. So it's very much been a waiting and watching game today. And Emily, you live just next door to this, don't you? So very worrying for you, isn't it?
It is, yes, to get up this morning and to look and see what the hole has actually done. You know, the great big crack on the poor people's houses, yeah, it is a big worry.
Well, thank you very much for looking after us. You said that you run a guest house. You've also become what today?
A press house.
A press house. Thank you very much indeed. Back here tomorrow, engineers will be looking at that property to see whether or not it should be pulled down.